And we're on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beyond the Live Separation. I am Dr. Anthony Mattis, and I'm joined by Veronica Parker. And we have some lovely translators from different parts of the world translating this lovely live. So let's talk about Beyond the Live Separation. I love this title. Thank you so much for creating this conversation because there's gosh, with everything that's been going on in our beautiful world, the beautiful planet that we live on, and it's like, what if separation was a lie or is a lie? And what would it create if we were actually willing to look at the oneness in all things? It's like what creates, from my point of view, what actually creates the separation is basically our points of view. And it's like we have dividing points of view in science today. We have points of view about the way society should be ran, not just in the United States, but other parts of the world. And it's like, when people create all this separation, they're actually separating from themselves, from my point of view. And it's not creating greater for the world. It's not creating a sustainable future. And it's like, what difference can we be to actually create greater communion on our planet and to create a sustainable future for this beautiful world that we get to live on? You know what I mean? It's like, it's a privilege from my point of view to live on this beautiful planet. And it's like, we need to really come together, even with our differencing points of view, to make it a better place, right? You can still have your point of view, but not to the point where you create all the destruction that we actually see that's going on. And so I know you wanted to get together with me and the rest of the team to be an invitation to actually have more and be more, not just for ourselves and our family, but for the rest of the planet. And it's like, and whatever that is, So here we are.
Yeah, totally. I'm so happy and excited that we are here. Just going live and chatting about this, because for me it's been like really intense in the past few days, just becoming aware of all the separation that not only people around me are being and creating, or not even, it's more like they're also aware of it and they're buying as though it's true for them. So I'm wondering, like, how many of you that are watching this right now have also been aware, you've been perceiving that intensity and that separation that's being created, in the news, in the media, with everything that's happening right now. And it feels as though it is you that is being the separation. So all the lies, that you have all, perhaps bought about, oh, this is me, I'm separating, or I'm judging myself, or I'm being judgy. What if that was not true for you? What do you really know that is not separation?
Yeah. I mean, if there's any time in one's life or in history to actually really check in with what you know beyond what you actually see and hear, this is the time to do it. It's like, it's like, and it's like, if you're fed up with being like, is it okay to be lied to? I was like, are you okay with being lied to? And it's like, I know at least in the United States, it's like, it's supposed to be a democracy where you actually are allowed to have your point of view and speak about it. And that's actually being shut down. And so if you're finding yourself super irritated, super angry about whatever your points of view are, it's because you're aware of something else that's going on that's not quite right, so to speak. And it's like, so this is an invitation for you to actually have more of you, be more of you, be a voice in the world, not to prove the rightness of your point of view and someone else's wrongness, but to actually be an energy that actually creates greater for everyone, not just for yourself, but for your neighbor, even if you have different points of view about stuff.
Yeah, that's so true. And Anthony, what comes up for me when you say that, it's like sometimes our initial instinct or reaction when it feels too uncomfortable or when it's too intense it is to separate, to try to run away, to like not want to face it because you don't want to deal with the pain, with the intensity, with the shit that's showing up, you know.
Right.
But what if instead there was a different choice?
Yeah. Or some people might attack or react. You know, I find myself getting angry and I'm like, what can I do? What can I do to fight? What can I do to fight? But fighting doesn't ever create. It just separates even more.
Yeah.
So it all goes back to, you know, and I know it's in a very ambiguous term, like be. It comes back to just being and being willing to know what you know. And that's the gift that the tools of access consciousness are about. Are about empowering you to know what you know.
Yeah.
And to be in the question. You know what I mean? To be in the question and never in the conclusion about anything. And everything is just an interesting point of view, because when you go into reaction, it never creates greater. Okay, this is about acting. This is about knowing what you know, being who you are, and also being an allowance of the different points of view that surround us, while not giving yourself up without losing you in all of the varying, you know, points of view that exist out there. So
Yeah.
what else is truly possible here that we haven't even considered?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, so anywhere and everywhere where you that is perhaps watching this right now, you might have felt as though this was just you, and it's, you know, it's only happening to you. What if it wasn't? What if it's really just something you're aware of and you actually have choice? And I know that Dr. Anthony has an incredible capacity with this thing he calls ASB to allow you to access like greater communion with you, with your body, and with everything. So, Anthony, would you like to tell them a little bit more about ASB and your amazing last of communion that's starting this week?
I love that word. Yeah, I would love to. You know, ASB stands for Anthony Synthesis of Being, and it comes from the amazing tool and technique that Dr. Dane here, my very good friend, created, called Energetic Synthesis of Being. In fact, he's actually having a class in Houston that will be worldwide and on live and online. He's actually doing that. So it comes from that universe, so to speak. And it's just a term that they've affectionately given the energy work that I do. And so, and it really is, it's a gift. It's been a gift for me and my family to receive that work. And so to be able to, you know, share this, you know, with the world and to contribute to people in a way where they get to actually have more of them, where they actually feel empowered to that their gifts and capacities do not have to stay dormant anymore, that they could actually be who they are, not give themselves up, trust that what they know is what they know, okay? And it's, you know, what is for them, and that they don't actually have to give themselves up for anyone or anything, or be at the effect of anyone or anything ever again. And your past certainly doesn't ever have to dictate your future. So it's just there to actually create more space, more communion, so that you actually have more of you, but so that you're not at the effect of the world around you. It's like when we talk about communion, we talk about oneness in all things. We talk about where we include everything and judge nothing. So what would our world be like? Is like if we can literally live amongst each other, be an allowance of the varying, you know, differences that actually exist, but at the same time still have this level of communion and oneness.
Yeah.
Where at the end of the day, it's about creating greater for everyone.
Yeah. And what's coming up for me right now, it's also still having all of you and the communion with you. And there's, you know, we can talk from here until eternity about communion. And also when you get to experience it with your body and your being, it's just like a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. Yeah. It is, you know, it's like, a lot of times when, you know, even from when working on people or receiving these sessions, it's like there's this sense of space that even when I'm around people that I may not necessarily agree with the way they do things, it's like there's this level of oneness with them anyway. It's like, okay, you can be you, I could be me. And what else is really possible to create a sustainable future? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like no big deal. There is not those walls or those barriers that we're so used to putting up. And there is no fight anymore, right? There's no fighting for or against anything. It's just like, okay, cool, this isn't working. Where can we actually meet here to actually create something even greater for all?
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. I mean, yeah, I mean, and it's really hard to find the words to even describe what actually can show up for someone when receiving these particular sessions. But you know, I'm just sharing from what I've experienced and you know, things that people have reported back to me as a result of having these energetic sessions. So I'm super grateful for Dr. Dain for creating this work and, you know, teaching us how to play in these energies. And that is something that I'm looking forward to being able to do for those of you who want to come play with us and play with me.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So the last of communion, we start, is it this Friday that we start or Saturday?
No, we're starting on Monday. January 31st is the first call. The first.
Okay, Sunday, right?
Yeah, whatever the 31st.
Whatever the 31st is. We're lost in the last of communion. So we start on the 31st, and the first day we get to explore the last of communion with money. Yeah. So how many of you have separated from money, from being and receiving money?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And so, yeah, so we're going to look at that. And we named it, we love the word lust, not because of like, you know, all the crazy other crap that word brings up for people, but it's like, you know, it's like lust has an energy. I mean, it's this enthusiasm and eagerness, right? For something. It's not just about all the other crazy stuff you hear when you hear the word lust, right? Everybody goes, oh my God. I'm not even going to look at that, right? Because it's inappropriate. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is the eagerness and the longing to have something, to create something in your life, whatever that is. And it's like, what if you could actually have more ease with money? What if you could have more ease with sex and relationships? What if you could have more ease with and communion with our amazing, beautiful planet that we live on? More ease with your body, and get out of this judgment. It's like, what, you know, it's like we are creating so much more separation with regards to body stuff today, with all the different names and labels that we give things and the choices people make. It's like we're infinite beings that happen to have a body. It's like we're infinite beings that have bodies. You know what I mean? Let's enjoy our bodies. Let's not judge it so much. And what would it be like for you if you simply had communion with your body, no matter what you choose to do and be with it? But it's this sense of ease. And if that's something you'd like to have more of and around, come play.
Yeah, we would absolutely love to have you join us. And you can take a look at the link for more information or to join. It'll be in the comments in this live. I'm so excited. My body is like tingling with excitement and joy. How does it get any better than this? Looks like Juliana is also excited. She's waiting for us here. Yes. Awesome.
Yeah, come play. If you're looking for something different, if you're looking to basically, you know, perceive, know, be, and receive something that's beyond what's currently in front of you, come play. We'd love to show you another possibility.
Totally. And you can join for just one, or you can join us for the whole series. So what would that create for you? Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Thank you, Veronica.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Juliana. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.